YouTube, Facebook, what's up? It's Ask My Wedge, man. I just woke up and clicked on my phone, and I'm tired of hearing about this Deontay Wilder beating Victor Ortiz based off of hitting him hard. If you know me, you know that I don't believe hard punches win fights. Skills win fights. And no doubt about it, these are both experienced boxers. So it's not like we got a MMA or a street fight going on and, we can anticipate one punch ending the fight. This is going to go the distance. No doubt about it. Now, Deontay Wilder being such a Mike Tyson type puncher, it's impossible. If he's hitting people hard, it's not people that's experienced. It's not people that's a real boxers. I can go outside and punch somebody in their head and knock them out on the streets. It happens all the time. But in the boxing ring, you can't go out and just punch somebody out unless they are not qualified to be in that ring with you. I think Ortiz, we finally got somebody who's qualified. He has enough experience. Definitely being from Cuba matters. He's from Cuba. So I don't think he's going to come out there and get hit like a street fight. So let's end this crap right now with all this one-hit wonder. Deontay Wilder, I think everybody understands that he has no real legitimate skills, no composure, no accuracy, no timing. I mean, his timing is okay. No real punching mechanics. His punches don't come together right at all. He just swings, and his humongous weight and all of the energy he puts behind his weight is what knocks people out. Not kinetics, from a skilled puncher. So that's between that. So, to a skilled boxing analyst, they're not going to say this is not a good fight because this is not a good fight for Wilder. This is a good fight for Wilder. This is a good fight, meaning to prove his legitimacy. But it's not a good fight in terms of a boxing exhibition. Deontay Wilder is not the better boxing scholar in this matter. Ortiz didn't fight anybody, so he ain't really performed his art to show us that he's the better technician. However, he's big enough and nobody has well, I ain't even going to say that because like I said, he's fought nobody. So it don't matter what nobody hasn't done to him. He hasn't fought anybody to show us that he got a chin. So, but Deontay Wilder, at the other hand, it'd be a catastrophe if he can knock a real boxer out because that's like Deontay Wilder is a straight street fighter that went through the Olympics unbelievably. But I guess that shows the weaknesses of the Olympics in the last 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years. But just to put my input in it, man, and try to correct this understanding, punches don't win fights. Skills win fights. Technique, composure, timing, rhythm, balance, defense, blocking ability, moving your head, a great jab, working off of the jab, putting punches together. Not one punch miracle shots. That's not boxing. That's you know, the greatest fighter who won fights with limited boxing skill was George Foreman, no doubt about it. And the reason I say limited boxing skills is because, you know, the accuracy and composure he didn't have. But he did have the weight and the timing down. And he was able to put punches together and take punches. You know, he fought fights. Only thing people think about is when George Foreman knocked people out with one punch. But that's not the case with George Foreman. He had to rumble, and you had to see his heart, and he had to dig down. And that's what we have to see from Wilder. If he want to be a truly authentic big puncher, fighter, scrapper, rumbler. If he gonna be that dog that he claimed to be, he's gonna have to put it in like that. And it ain't gonna come from a boxer. It's not gonna come from a technical boxer. A technical boxer is gonna beat him easily. You know, when you go back and watch George Foreman fights, he went through the wars with people who wasn't that technically sound. When he did reach a technically sound boxer, the fight game changed drastically. Deontay Wilder, he hasn't fought anyone with really good technical skills yet. And that's what we hoping Ortiz will bring. You don't have to be skinny and fast to be technically sound. If I was Ortiz's trainer and he was with his body built and his ability, I would show him how to stay in the inside, you know, bobbing and weave, something like a James Toney. To save time on this video, I don't want to talk too much, but I would have Ortiz fighting something like James Toney. You know, rolling them shoulders, inside work, staying close to him, hands up, you know, blocking a lot, you know, working off of that angle. And all of that wild stuff Deontay Wilder do would go out the window. You know, it would go right out the window. It would never touch him. So that's what we debating, if Ortiz can box that way. I haven't seen it in any of his films. I watched a few of his fights. I haven't seen that great boxing ability. However, he is an experienced fighter. And either way, this is not a good look for Deontay Wilder. If he lose, it means Deontay is not as tough as he thought he was. He's not as tough as George Foreman. If he wins, it just proves that he's fighting another guy catered for him. Another guy who can't really box that well. A boxer can go a whole fight without punching one hard punch and come out of the fight unscathed, win or lose. You know, let's see if Ortiz can actually box without strenuous mistakes, without stressing. Can he keep his composure and not get hit? So that's the key. But either way, it is what it is, man. I didn't get hyped up about this fight in the beginning, but now everybody's so hyped about it. I had to bring another video just to put my foresight in it, you know. And I see it. If I was gonna predict it, man, you still hot, boy. She gave you that medicine. So, basically, the way, if I was going to predict this fight, of course, everybody would say Wilder, because no doubt about it, he's got the ball in his hand. The promoters on his side. The most money and excitement is on his side. The excitement is on his side. If he win, it's going to look good. It's going to be, even though it's not going to look good to a technically sound individual, but it's going to look good because he's going brute strength beat somebody up. So, we don't see no long, drawn-out fight. If Wilder wins, it's going to be exciting. So, I don't see him losing just for that matter. It's in the cards for him to win. But could he lose? Very easily, yes. Because Ortiz has the build to do what he's supposed to do, like a little tank, and win the fight. But is he going to do it? That's the matter. He hasn't done anything great so far all these years. Why is he going to do something great now? Other than be from Cuba and be popular for his style. He has a nice style, different, unique, but he's not the favorite. He's not the most exciting. He's not the money bringer. He's not the savior of boxing. Ortiz can win this fight if he did it real easily, if he did it right. It's real easy to beat Deontay Wilder. However, it's not popular to beat Deontay Wilder. And if Ortiz was to beat Deontay Wilder, it wouldn't be worth it for the promoters or for the viewers, because Ortiz's next fight, who's he going to fight? He's not excitingly beating up these bums. Wilder's exciting. He's beating up these bums like trash. He's giving us what we want. So, it is what it is, man. Any comments, leave it down. Get with me. It's called Defense First. YouTube. Support it. Peace.